Rookie. So I think I think that the Ravens are going to have a good season, not a stellar season, but I have them. Games that I'm circling on the schedule are going to be against Kansas City. I think that that's going to be a huge one. I think that's going to be their statement win of the season. I think that they've got a so-so schedule against the rest of outside of their division. It's not overly tough. It's not extremely easy. But I have them at 11-6 this year. I think games against Indy will be fun to watch. The game against Kansas City will be fun to watch. Their divisional games against Cincy and Cleveland, those will both be fun to watch. So those are the games I'm looking at.
Yeah, I feel like all of the division games for the Ravens this year are going to be kind of must see TV. Week 2, obviously this is the Ravens Super Bowl 100% because they'll never make it to the Super Bowl, so they have to play like they're playing in a Super Bowl week 2 of the NFL season. But the game that I have circled the most is Week 5 when Indianapolis comes into town. Like I think this is going to be a measuring point for both teams. Like where do they actually stand in the NFL and the AFC in general? I actually have the Colts winning this game because I think Carson Wentz is a top 10 quarterback in the league, and the injuries are going to be catching up to the Baltimore Ravens like at this point because like obviously J.K. Dobbins tore his ACL, and then the other running back, his name slipped in my mind, just tore his Achilles, and here on Monday they just tried out Le'Veon Bell for the team. So you see
Yeah,
that
but
they're
good for the Ravens that their best running back is their quarterback.
true, but sometimes you said it yourself. Sometimes you need to take a load off a guy,
Yeah.
a game or two.
I agree with you though. I think they lose. I have them losing week 5. I have them actually losing in Denver. I have them slipping up in Denver and
Yeah.
then losing to Indy before finally getting back on track. So I agree with you on that Indy game.
And Denver's a very tough place to play. I mean, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the altitude, if it's
Yeah,
the
it's the
crowd.
altitude for sure.
For whatever reason, it's a very very hard place for many teams to play. So I actually have the Ravens going 8-9 this season, definitely taking a few steps back because I think the injury to J.K. Dobbins is really going to affect them more than what is on the surface here. Yes, you can say their best running back is their quarterback, and he's still there, but J.K. Dobbins is a really good player in the end. So with all that being said, Combs, is there a player to look out for that's going to maybe have a breakout season for the Ravens this year?
Uh, I don't know if you could really call it a breakout season, but I think Lamar Jackson's going to have another MVP type season. I think Lamar Jackson is the player to watch on Baltimore as always. I do like their tight end there, Mark Andrews. I think that he could have a big season as well. So those would be the two guys that I would say watch out for.
Yeah, and the guy that I'm putting the watch out for thing here that kind of needs a breakout season to kind of really solidify his career as a whole, and that is Sammy Watkins. He didn't do a whole lot in Kansas City. Like I was really excited when the Chiefs picked him up. I'm like, man, we got a true number one receiver. We picked him up from Buffalo. Yeah, he didn't really perform, but it's a big name. I expect him to do good things, and I think Sammy Watkins is going to have that chip on his shoulder this season and say, look at me, you should have never let me go. I'm a top 15 receiver in all of the NFL. So Sammy Watkins is